Na 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 moonlight, na 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 in the sky, na 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 you say, na 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 popcorn, na 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 moonlight, na 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 in the sky, na 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 you say, na 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 popcorn.
Welcome back, Slumpbusters. It turns out, unlike Elsa, the cold does bother us anyways. Having to battle freezing temperatures in Texas, dealing with hardware manufacturing issues. But finally, I'm Juju Talk Sports. This is C-Bunny, and we are in for Cobra Kai Season 3, Episode 8 review. This episode title, The Good, the Bad, and the Bad Ass. Okay, C-Bunny, I need you to attribute one of these words to each of our main characters.
The good? There's a lot of good in this episode. There isn't that much bad, but there's a lot of badass in this episode. That's what I can say.
Okay, but so Daniel's obviously are good, and then I would say obviously you gotta say that Cris is the bad, right? Or Cris is the badass. Cris is that anime villain that kind of could float both ways on each term there.
Actually, I would put Cris as the badass and Robby as the bad.
Well, it's Johnny is the bad. Okay. But Johnny wants to be the badass one. We start off the episode with this really cool 3-person camera jointed speech by all 3 of the main senseis that kind of forms together so perfectly. I think it's one of the best cold opens in the entire show, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like they're all saying something different, but it pretty much means the same thing.
It works so well. I really want to applaud whoever wrote in that dialogue to make that kind of blend together and work so well. That was one of the coolest ones, the ways to open it up. We have some great stuff. This is a good episode. This is a real good one. Like we said, we took a step back with the previous episode. This one, we get right back into the action. We have some really good ones coming up. Miguel, he's been back at school for a little bit here. Him and Sam kind of have a rekindling of things. We get some big breaking news. The All Valley tournament is canceled, done, gone. And Robby's out of juvie. Where do you want to start here first, C-Money? I'm going to leave the choice to you.
So I say we start with the breaking news part. All Valley is canceled. So pretty much the whole thing of this episode is that All Valley is not happening. Everybody's mad. Everybody wants it to happen. So they have to go and fight at a city council meeting to make sure that All Valley happens. But there's a lot of good in this episode. A lot of good moments.
Okay. Yeah. So speaking of that, let's see. So All Valley, with that being back, that city council meeting, let's just go right there. I had no idea this is how city council meetings operate because there was no parliamentary procedure whatsoever. People were talking out of turn. It was kind of a mess. As someone who's held a gavel before at a meeting, it kind of got under my skin a little bit. Respect the chair. Respect the council person. Am I right, C-Money?
Yep. Respect the council person But what do you expect, dude? It's California. It's like there's a saying over there that if you're part of politics, you don't really wear a suit.
Oh yeah, when I run for Congress over there, I'm going to be throwing on full Hawaiian shirts. That's literally going to be the ticket I run on. It's going to be a good shout out to our boy Chosen. But yeah, no, there's some great little things in this council meeting. Well, I joke about the council person part, but I love Cris's clap back at Daniel and Amanda too. She's fiery from the stands, and Cris is like, this woman assaulted me, and as a former veteran, I just feel very uncomfortable with her being here. I love how Cris just slips in that veteran card to just gotta get him out any sticky situation in this show's reality.
Dude, he plays with the system hard, man. It's exactly like you said. He's an anime villain. Like an anime villain, they get away with everything that they can. They know everybody's mannerisms. They know exactly what to say. The council person, that was hilarious, but it was like, dang, Cris, you're good.
He's like that Seto Kaiba. He's that Maximilian Pegasus. He's got some stuff going on here. In this, we got some really good heartfelt moments that I love. Of course, we have Miguel and Sam. I mentioned that rekindling. Well, it is on full display here because they step in that meeting. They both expressed their love and admiration for the sport of karate, which is a really cool thing. They touch on some key points there that I think we could even relate back to life. I always say that I think sports are important for youth because they do build confidence. They do get you out there. They do get that team environment, that family environment. So I love some of the stuff they were saying throughout this. There's a little bit of a mental health argument, some anti-bullying talk in here, but a lot of good stuff. I really enjoyed hearing them speak. And then speaking of clapbacks too, there was a moment in there where Miguel had to kind of like, Johnny, cut it, cut it there when he gets on a little bit of a swirly tangent. But then he reels him back in with a little heartfelt, heartstring pulling moment where he's like, you know, if it wasn't for my sensei, I wouldn't have confidence. I wouldn't feel good about myself. And you just see Johnny's like just face just light up after that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was pretty awesome to see. Yeah, that whole council meeting was great. It's finally good to see Miguel and Sam working together.
Yeah, they are the second hottest couple in this episode, right behind Dimitri and Yasmin. Am I right?
Yeah, dude. Okay, so Dimitri he's growing on me now. Now I'm just like, all right, Dimitri, that's my boy.
Yeah, anyone that's been following our review of the series has known that we have been not the biggest Dimitri advocates. In fact, we straight up hate the dude. Now, I think I have moved Dimitri above Robby as far as my hate list within Cobra Kai, and we'll get into Robby here in a minute. Yasmin, she's been shooting up the rankings, though, as far as background characters. I got to give it to her. She gave the nerd a chance, gave him his high school confidence. He doesn't have to wait till college. He doesn't have to be a virgin in high school. Good for you, Dimitri. You went out there and you were, in fact, badass. Speaking of great couples, though, within this episode, the tension for the last 3 seasons between Carmen and Johnny finally comes to a head. We have 3 great interactions between the two. There's that moment between Johnny and Miguel where Johnny expresses he doesn't want Miguel to compete in All Valley, and Carmen just sees him being all fatherly. She's like, man, this is the guy I want to be my kid's stepdad. This is it right here. We follow that up. They get a little like close together in Carmen's apartment. Like, hey, you know, you got to go to this All Valley City Council meeting because you know what? Fight for me, Rock. Fight for me. And then we close out their little interactions with the big kiss. And I got to say, well earned, but I feel for that TV in Johnny's living room at this point.
Dude, like I said before, I think that's the second TV.
And the worst part about it is Johnny used to be a handyman. Maybe the lady from episode 1 is correct, or his former Tinder date, depending on how you view her character, that maybe he did suck as a handyman because that TV needed to be more secure. Carmen, she saw that look in her eye and that TV was going down. She didn't care what was in her way of getting herself some sensei tonight.
Yeah, dude, that's for sure. Oh man, that poor TV. And then like it seemed like they didn't even hit it hard. It just seemed like a little tap, and all of a sudden it's gone.
Sometimes you just need a little tap because it was a little tap it in. Am I right? Anyway, come on. I digress. It's one of my favorite couples in the episode. And we'll talk about that more going into the next episode where we've got a lot of stuff going on. Let's talk about Robby, though. Again.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, let's close that on a positive note. Am I right? Robby. When it comes to Robby, he had just been so frustrating. And then in season 3, he's just been a total brat. Like, I have no idea what this kid's plan of attack is at this point because he goes to juvie. Both Johnny, his dad, and his former sensei, Daniel, they care about him. They want to see the best for him. But every time they try and have an interaction with Robby in this season, he just blows them off, doesn't let him finish sentences, and is basically a little prick. And that's why I just can't get behind Robby. I think he's an irredeemable waste of a character at this point.
Yeah, dude, Robby sucks, man. That's all I gotta say.
Can we get that on a shirt? Robby sucks. I think there's some Cobra Kai fans that might buy it. Am I right? If you will buy that shirt, let us know in the comments. But yeah, no, Robby, I'm done with this character for the most part. Obviously, we get the big reveal at the end of the episode that he is joining Cris and Cobra Kai. He has this big blow up with Sam and Miguel where he sees them messing around, showing off some moves. And it's such a ridiculous fight for him to have because First off, you kicked Miguel over the railings. You should be happy that Miguel is even in that context right there. And the fact that you're blowing up at Sam when Sam was actually trying to email you while you're in juvie, after your big fight in that episode, you should have been immediately turning on the computer to email her back. So don't get mad at either of those two characters, Robby. Or
Yeah,
I'm going to call you Rob. You're Rob now.
Yeah, dude, that seems so ridiculous. Like, it's exactly like I said. If I was Robby, I would have been like, bro, thank God you're still alive. Because it's like, dude, you almost killed him.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, I fully embrace Johnny's decision to be a deadbeat dad. In fact, I hope that he just completely cuts him off for the next few seasons, even though we know probably season 4 is gonna be a big Robby season. But
Yeah,
okay, well,
big one.
Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Let's focus on the guys we like. All right, well, we got to leave a review. We got to leave a rating. C Money, you want to do the honors?
I'm gonna give this one a 4, a warning track power. It has a lot of good moments, but it's like I said before, we're at the point of the season where it gets really good.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 4 as well. I'm giving it warning track power. It's at the track, it's back, but it's not gone. I think that it has a lot of payoffs to a lot of storylines we've had developing over the course of the season, over the course of the series. But I do think that it was ultimately to set up the next 2 episodes, an episode that in standalone value does take a little bit of a hit because of that. But anyway, guys, let us know what you think about this episode in the comments below. Again, let us know if you want to buy that Robby Sucks shirt. We're going to be working on getting that one going. Leave a like on this video. And of course, show no mercy to that subscribe button because we got some more episodes coming up. And we will see you next time.